Mauritius, a force of nature in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Mauritius is marking the 50th year of independence from British colonial rule, but the intriguing, rich and sometimes dark story of this island nation goes back way before then.
On my journey, I'm going to explore the history of Mauritius. See and taste how multiculturalism works here.
That was nice.
Go on a day to the races.
Oh! Did he win? Did he win?
And visit a unique conservation project saving endangered species.
This island is so often labelled as just a luxury beach paradise, but the reality is so much more fascinating than that.
Mauritius, gorgeous beaches, turquoise waters and lush vegetation. But the human story is just as awe-inspiring. Le Morne Mountain on the southwest of the island faces in the direction of Madagascar and stands 555 meters high. It's also at a 45-degree incline. No walk in the park.
For the likes of me, this is a challenging climb, I've got to say. In fact, I'd say for anybody, it's challenging. Whoa!
Near the top, I join a guide who's done this climb up to 3 times a day, every day, pretty well for 13 years.
You can feel it's all like volcanic.
This is volcanic rock.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably from the first eruption, 10 million years ago.
10 million.
Yeah.
And actually, it's very good for climbing.
Yeah, there's lots of good grip.
Le Morne marks a dark but symbolic chapter in the island's history, the days of slavery under Dutch, French and British rule. This is where many escaped slaves called the Maroons found refuge.
We could have a look towards Madagascar, and for them,
That's home.
That was home, it was the side, of the sunset, and they are expecting one day maybe to build like a craft and go back home, and just to escape from this prison.
Horrible. It's a world away up here from the beach resorts that populate the rest of the island. But actually, this trek is almost a pilgrimage to get to the very heart of Mauritian identity.
And there's a particularly poignant tale told about the Maroons in what should have been their moment of celebration.
When slavery was abolished here in 1835, soldiers climbed the mountain to tell the Maroons that they were free. But the escaped slaves thought they were being recaptured and instead chose to jump off the mountain. Why do you think this is so important to the identity of people from Mauritius?
Because I guess it's a unique story. I mean, it's part of our story here in Mauritius, and it's one of the only places we know of that somehow the slaves resisted to their masters. And for us, it's almost like a venerated mountain, a sacred mountain, not only for the descendant of a slave, but for the Mauritian as a whole.
After slavery was abolished, the British brought in hundreds of thousands of so-called indentured labourers from India and China in what was known as the Great Experiment.
Today, Port Louis is the country's capital, with its colonial legacy and contemporary diversity everywhere to be seen.
I'm about to get a personalised, unique tour of what this city and Mauritius offers in terms of its diverse food and other wares as well. Hi, how do you do? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, this is a food place here.
Yes.
But you would never know, look at it, it's pretty low key. Yeah?
Yes, but it's pretty famous as well. He's making some deep fried cakes.
Okay.
Mauritians are fond of deep fried cakes. You can deep fry almost everything. It's just, he has this batter that he made.
Yeah.
It's with chickpea flour, some herbs and salt.
Mauritius may seem isolated in the middle of the Indian Ocean, but it was actually nicely placed on the spice route which linked Asia, Africa and Europe.
Now he's adding all the herbs you need for the chili bites.
And the chilies.
Chilies.
Yeah. Are they strong
Coriander,
chilies?
spring onions.
There's a clear influence from Gujarati traders whose forefathers came over from India in the 19th century. But there's a distinctive Mauritian accent to the food too.
Whoa! It's just hit me. Now this is a multi-ethnic, multicultural, multilingual, multi-religion country. So Hinduism is the majority religion, but you've also got Christianity, Islam, Chinese religions, Buddhism. It's all here. Where are we now?
We are in a small market which is made up of street vendors. All these people, they used to be selling everything from clothes to food to electronic gadgets on the street, but that was illegal, so the state gave them some spaces. Bonjour, Arthur. Ça va? So this is Arthur. He used to be on a street corner in Chinatown,
Yeah.
selling dumplings with his father. So now he's here.
Chinese Mauritian. Yeah. This is the longfish.
Yeah, yes, long fishing.
That is nice. That is really good. How many years have you worked here?
For myself, after schooling, is near to 50 years.
50 years.
Yeah.
The sheer diversity of food is one benefit of the cultural hotpot in Mauritius. Another is language. French, English and Creole are all spoken here. And then there's music. Sega is a rhythm and genre indigenous to this island. And this lady is known as the voice of the Indian Ocean.
Eh bien, le Sega en lui-même, c'est une sorte de musique qui est sortie directement de l'île Maurice ici, c'est nos cultures. C'est une contribution de ban esclaves qui venait à l'époque. En fait, c'était ban esclave qui est sorti Afrique, qui est sorti en Afrique et aussi ban malgache.
The distinctive drum is called the ravan, a homegrown instrument.
Ok, le Sega en lui-même, quand tambour commence à résonner et quand ravan commence à battre, c'est là que le Sega prend toute son ampleur et dans son immensité. Le Sega, le résonnement de la ravan et quand le yang peut battre, pour de nous, ça note aigu là et quand ma ravan peut s'appuyer, c'est là qui nous rentre dans l'ancienneté et nous fait la vision comment nous balancer petit peu vivre. Pour moi, c'est une grande fierté, bien sûr, pour faire ça la musique-là et exporter à travers le monde.
On the tiny islet of Île aux Aigrettes, Mauritius is playing host to a unique conservation project which takes us back to a time 5 centuries ago before mankind ever set foot here.
The ecosystem of an island like Mauritius is extremely fragile, and ever since mankind arrived in the 17th century, that ecosystem has been severely disrupted, and that has led to the extinction of some very important species, like, for example, the dodo.
The dodo lost the ability to fly through evolution, because until man brought in predators, they didn't really need to. Today, the one remaining native mammal to Mauritius, the fruit bat, can fly with elegant ease. But it's not a great favourite for some, like fruit growers.
So this is the Mauritius fruit bat. It is a bat which is unique to Mauritius. It can travel for 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 40 kilometers in one night. It's like man has got hands, but these hands here have been modified amazingly to become a wing. It's an animal that can see very, very well, despite what a lot of people think. They need to rest during the day to save their energy and because it gets hot in the tropics. But at night, as it's getting dark, they leave their daytime roosts, as they are called, and they go out and they look for food. They will first of all eat fruits to keep themselves alive, but also they'll be dispersing fruits. And they maintain their own survival by maintaining their forests.